Welcome back to Death Stranding here on the Crumple Zone with me, Cody. Okay, so first and foremost, I was going through some of the emails because I literally skipped basically all of them, and I saw two that stood out to me. I haven't read all of them. I was just kind of like going through to go through, and two things, as I said, I was like, "Oh, that's really interesting." Where is the first one? The first one was from the Mountaineer, the guy who was like, "Hey, guess what? Like, wives needs what was it? They needed medical equipment delivered so that the doctor could perform the I think it was a cesarean on his wife, so they could have their baby. They had a boy, which not massively important, but I saw, as was pointed out, like, hey, maybe read through some of the mail from time to time and see if anything interesting pops up. That's where I was looking. Not city got nuked. Desperate plea for a second pizza. This guy. I'm the fallen angel. Not here. Here's the one that like made me think, hey, maybe we should check the mail from time to time more. Was Jake Wynn saying that he'd only seen Amelie's hologram and how weird that was, and that was what gave me the idea of like, hey, now maybe that's a thing, as I displayed, I think, in the last episode or the one right before that. And then this is the junk dealer. Blah, blah, blah. Little company. Not anymore. Between you and me, I can't help thinking life was easier back when I was on my own. Freedom to do whatever the hell I wanted. No one pissing and moaning over every tiny thing. So fussy, I swear. So basically, him and his wife are having a rough time, and then he's like, yeah, I fucked up, but I'm gonna find a way to get her back. And he's apparently out in the world now. So the junk dealer's having his own stuff. All right. Oh, cool. You get likes from reading their emails. That's pretty neat. Wow, a lot of them, too. Let's get out of here. Okay. So I want to talk about film for a second. I think it's important. I think it's relevant given I get a bunch of likes and I'm not sure why.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID.
Oh, I still have further to go. Right, I still have the bytes. Cryobytes. Cryptobytes. Cryptobiotes. Fuck. We're just, almost 30 episodes into this series, and I can't remember what these things are called. Is there any cargo that I can claim? Ooh. I'm not going to take the boots, because actually I will take the boots. Because the ones I have on are not great. Wait a minute. No, I have those with me. Damn it. I'll take the skeleton just in case. I'll sort this stuff out in a minute once we're out of this menu. Actually, I can do it here. I always forget, and it's never worth it. Yeah, the bridge boot 3s are okay for now, but I'll keep them with me. Yeah, if I go one by one, I can just equip stuff, so I'll do that. Hematic grenade, regular grenade, blood bag, terrorist boots. I'll keep those with me just in case, but I'm not too worried about them. I'll check my private storage while I'm here, which I don't think I'm going to find anything, but hey. Oh! EX grenades. I've been forgetting to pick these up after using facilities and stuff, and I find it really funny because someone has probably been screeching about it somewhere. Yeah, fine. I'll bring one. I don't feel like I'm going to need all of them because this is probably going to be the cutscene episode, but still. BB, why is your mood so low? What the hell? We rested and everything.
Beginning scan. Rest is advised.
Rest is advised? Your rest. Put the old shades on. But I want to talk about film for a minute. So I was just watching Folding Ideas. That guy's channel, I adore for the film analyses and the humor that is a part of it. Oh, I'm going this way. I was like, wait a minute, I can't go through over the bridge? I'm not supposed to. I gotta go this way. But... Alright. I'm kind of a film snob. Maybe not a snob, but definitely a film buff. I love watching movies. I love breaking movies like down and understanding them. I was told that I would probably be a great writer, director, screenwriter, or something in that general film like circumstance. I don't know. I don't have any experience. I've never been a film student or anything like that. I'm certainly no director or Hollywood executive. But it's something that's interesting to me. What I'm trying to say is that, like, when I watch movies, I think, like, I'll talk with people, like, about theme and stuff. Anybody who's listened to me and Nicodemus talk about what's behind us that you just got really creeped out about? What was that? What the hell? What are you doing up there, man? Somebody put a ladder going up to the top of that building? Mysterious. But whenever I talk with people about movies and stuff, I'll talk about theme and characters and, you know, more than just, oh yeah, the movie made me laugh. Like, I'll put more emphasis into, like, when me and Franz, for example, he's never been a huge film guy, at least not horror movies anyway. We sat down and watched Candyman together at one point because I was like, you'll probably like the film. And I described it. What is it that you keep looking back for? You're freaking me out, man. Like, he described it less as a horror movie and more of a psychological thriller once the movie was all done.
Heavens, you made it. Fragile's been in a coma for a while now.
Excuse me?
But with all these cryptobiotes you brought, we should be able to bring her round. And with any luck, it'll only take a few more to get her back on her feet. You did well, Sam.
Why did you not mention to me sooner that she was in a fucking coma? Maybe they did, and I forget. It's been a little bit since I played this last. Still, coma, not good. It's a bee. Mario. Oh, God.
Sam.
No.
You're back. It must have been one hell of a journey, especially on your own.
I traveled across the whole country
Now
for
the
this.
whole team is together again.
The whole team? Die Hardman too?
Too much traveling to and from beaches in such a short span. Chiral matter contaminated her cells, effectively causing jet lag on a molecular level. Because of that, her homeostatic mechanisms were shaken.
Okay.
Don't worry, she's not in any danger, but she needs some rest.
She's not in any danger, she's just in a coma.
So where's the director?
He's being looked after in another room. Bridges personnel found him lying outside the isolation ward. Similar to when you came back from Cliff's Beach. Even after decontamination, she needed more and more time to recover.
Shut up.
Sam, you made it.
Hungry?
Thanks. Looks like you need me after all. Who'd have thought?
Also, they showed Loch Ness shoes and they look fucking super uncomfortable. Like, they looked like they didn't fit her.
Anyway, clock's ticking. Am I right?
Subtext.
Sam's here. The Great Deliverer. The only one who can reach Amelie's Beach.
You're in no condition to do this. It's not fair to you or Sam.
In my own search for Amelie's Beach, I have come to realize something extraordinary. If beaches were likened to a multiverse, hers would appear to exist on a higher plane than ours. I can walk the beaches of others, but hers is beyond my reach. It's invisible, inaccessible, even to fragile, I fear. Imagine it as a circulatory system, if you will. Each of our beaches is a single capillary, but Amelie's beach is the heart that pumps blood to the rest of us. Capillaries are subordinate to the greater whole, a whole governed by the heart, which gives direction, which dictates flow.
The musical choice is interesting.
Everything controls everything. Don't you see? She is in control. You may be able to travel against the flow and reach her, but having done so, if she does not wish to let you go, if she wishes to keep you, she can.
Fragile and Die Hardman broke free from her beach, didn't they?
No, I think they were
I
released.
don't think it was any different from what happened to you. I didn't get out because I wanted to. I was forced out, repatriated, if you will, by her.
Forced out. Why?
This is only a theory, but she wants you to go to her. That's her final wish, don't you think?
So that's it, huh? Amelie's the EE, and this is her endgame. Just so we're clear, if I want to stop the last Stranding and come back in one piece, I need to go to her beach and talk her out of it. That about right?
Correct. As cliche as it sounds, you're our only hope. Though quite frankly, I doubt even you can change her mind.
If you can't make her see reason, you'll have to kill her. And if you kill her...
You'll save the world, but you'll be stranded outside of it. Forever.
Might as well make it official then. You ready to deliver the package?
I want to talk, but I'm trying to digest this, so bear with me.
Maybe she'll listen. But with the shape the world's in, it'll only be delaying the inevitable. Still, if it buys us time to try and build something better, a new lease on life, at least for a little bit, well, I can think of one woman who made the most of a chance like that. Nothing lasts forever, not even the world. But we gotta keep it going as long as we can, right? Patch the holes, change the parts, all that. So we can say we had a good run, that we lived.
Thought you didn't like having to handle things with care.
'Cause it was hard enough keeping my own shit together. Back when we met at the cave, the only thing I cared about was making it to the next sunrise. Sure as hell didn't care about America or the future. I was living a lie, hung up on past regrets. I was broken. But somewhere along the way, I started changing. Started meeting people that made me think that maybe it wasn't all bad. People that put their faith in tomorrow, and in me. That kept the lights on, and waited for hope to arrive. So I gotta deliver, for their sake.
Even if it means you never come back?
Fucked if I do, fucked if I don't, right? Take care of Lou.
I will.
Couldn't find a working still mother east of Port Knot City. Kid's done enough. No more.
All right. I'll do my best to nurse our little one back to health.
Okay, concentrate. Help me look for Amelie. Reach for her, Sam. Feel her. I know you love her. You love her.
Okay. A couple of things. So Amelie's like the sparking like thing that has control of potentially ending all of life on planet Earth. That this has been established. That's her whole MO.
Sam.
Her purpose, if you will. Hello. Well, that's uncomfortable.
You want to go home? Let's go home. It's okay. I know the way.
This is gonna end like BioShock Infinite. Sam Strand. Okay, that's a blood ocean. That's a planet. Yeah. Alright, so we're doing this now, I guess. Stop the extinction. Go to her beach. Find Amelie. Okay. I can't scan the world. There's literally no distinct landmarks in any direction other than straight ahead, and I'm pretty sure it's not going to let me just wander out into the blood ocean, but I will try. Is that a shark? Looks like a shark. God, if it's literally just strike out across the creepy blood ocean, I'm not going to have a good time. Ugh. I feel like I'm not supposed to go this way, but I'm gonna go this way. Nope. Okay, had to check. Bonk. There you go. All the way back in. All right, that was a wonderful waste of like 10 seconds or whatever. Like a minute, not even. Which way do we go? I guess just run in a random direction. But yeah, theme and stuff. What the fuck? Oh, okay, literally, that's it. I think that's the first time we've ever seen... No, it's not.
Falling down. Falling down. Falling down.
She's super huge. It's an Army of Darkness reference. She steps on him.
Bridges falling down. My fair lady.
Oh, she's in black now.
The last stranding has already begun.
Oh, that's the mom's voice. She's got the gun.
Amelie?
It's Bridget.
You're too late. What took you so long?
Your voice.
You still don't know who I am, do you?
It's been really obvious, actually, kind of.
Who are you?
It's clearly Bridget, and time is just... Oh, okay, that's not the turnaround I was expecting.
I knew you'd come back.
Oh no, it's the end of Guardians of the Galaxy 1.
Sam, listen to me. I love you, Sam.
I'll be waiting for you on the beach.
Psychedelic.
I've been waiting for you. Right here, ever since. You were supposed to stop me. Stop all of this.
Bridget?
Yes. It's me, Sam.
Where's Amelie?
Where she's always been? Nowhere. My daughter, Samantha America Strand, doesn't exist.
What the fuck is that with that name? Yeah.
Amelie doesn't exist.
Not in your world. I'm sorry, Sam.
Okay, now break down how, though.
I've had to wear a mask for so long. Amelie and Bridget are both a part of me.
What's that supposed to mean?
Quiet, and I'll tell you. There is no time for questions. Listen. Just listen.
Oh my god, are we gonna get fucking answers? I'm not gonna get to talk about movies at all, am I?
Do you understand, Sam? Amelie and Bridget. Those are just names. What I am is an extinction entity.
You're not even human.
So, knowing what you know now, You have two choices.
Was there expository dialogue that the game literally didn't show us?
Us getting shot, one of them.
You wouldn't come back if it happened here, you know. You'd be straight on to the afterlife. But no. It's not one of them. Killing you would be a terrible mistake. I know that better than anyone. The last stranding has already begun. A seam has formed from my beach and the beaches of every soul in America. And soon it will be inundated by a vast surge of antimatter starting here. In a flash, this world will be no more.
Well, that's fine.
Consumed by an explosion. A big bang. So, that brings us to your first choice. Do nothing. Stay here with me. And bear witness to the very end.
Are we talking about the destruction of the planet or literally the entire universe? Because those are different things.
With me. Until the last flame winks.
Girl, you ain't worth it. You've been a horrifically toxic influence on this game and the world collectively.
Then there's the second choice. In expanding the network, you brought people and their beaches together, integrating them into a greater whole. Like this Kipu. But in doing so, you also bound them to my beach. The very beach where I opened the gates to the other side.
Uh-huh.
You can't stop what's coming. But if you cut me and my beach loose, perhaps you can stop it from spreading. You might just prevent the last stranding. And mankind will live to die another day.
And it doesn't have to end here.
But it does. The beach is doomed no matter what. One look ought to tell you that. Which is why we must sever our connection.
That'll be it. The end of the Death Stranding.
You can't stop the inevitable. The sixth extinction will happen either today or tomorrow. You can either end it with dignity, quick, clean, and in a flash, or you can struggle in vain, knowing full well what's waiting come the finish. Those are your choices. You kept it all this time. Perhaps you still have a chance to stop this nightmare. You brought the world together. You have the right to decide.
I don't think we do. Somehow I don't think we're qualified.
Or cut the noose. But whatever you do, don't hesitate. I'm ready, Sam Strand. Make your choice.
Wait. I don't know what to do.
Sure you do. After everything, how could you not?
I do not have my hands on the controller, by the way. All right, hang on. Is there a... Okay, so it does nothing. Can I just, like, hit you upside the head with it? gonna walk up behind you, clicking the gun. Alright, see ya. Connection to Die Hard Man. It's loaded with hermetic rounds coated in Sam's blood. Seemed to have no effect on Bridget at the beach. Hey, I was reading that. Connect again? What the hell just happened? Is it like no bad end? Do it again?
I'm ready, Strand.
Shut up!
Make your choice.
Nah, man, do it again.
Wait. I don't know what to do.
I do. Apparently, I don't have a choice.
After everything, how could you not?
I mean, there are 3 choices technically. Oh no, is this going to be like Haruhi and there's endless 8s and I have to repeatedly have the same problem over and over again? Aim. Can I just drop the gun? Nope. Alright, later. It doesn't do anything. I tried. I'm so lost. Oh, God. All right, hold on. You stay right there. Okay, every shot landed. I'm out of ideas. I'm going this way. Just run away from your problem, Sam Strand. Run. I can't scan. I have literally no options. Is she just going to turn around with bleeding eyes again? And it's going to be like, no, do it, though. Yeah, it's the same cutscene again. What the fuck does it want me to do? The other option that I have is I'm trying to shoot myself, but it won't physically let me, which is bullshit, because it's what I would do in this situation. They're like, you know what? I'm not dealing with you.
Make your choice.
I have repeatedly attempted to make 2 choices, and you haven't let me.
Sure you do. After everything, how could you not?
If I don't get this time, I'm going to stop the recording and Google what the fuck to do, because I'm actually out of ideas. What if I shoot you from the front? Can I shoot you from the front? Will it let me do that? Ah, wrong one. Okay, it does. Shooting the Kipu doesn't work. Oh.
I'm here for you. Always.
Okay, you unequip the gun and grab. Even though I did repeatedly try to kill her.
Here. It's a dream catcher.
I like my solution better. Just give up.
Wear it when you sleep, and I'll keep the nightmares away. I'll always be with you. When you're all grown up, you'll need it to make us whole again. And when the time comes, you'll have to stop me. You are the only one who can. Promise you'll remember. Sam, I'll be waiting for you on the beach.
That kid looks like not a person.
I remember. You knew. You always knew.
I did and I didn't. I had so many dreams of the future. I didn't know which ones to trust. Which is why I decided to share them with you and the others. But to connect the dots, to make sense of everything, you need perspective. You need time. Time has no meaning to me. I am not a line. I am a single point.
You're anti-fragile.
Why? All I could do was just show you the choices and let you decide.
I literally didn't have a choice, though.
Our nightmares are your dreams.
You found the common thread, the strand that links them together. And you did that the only way possible. To live life one day at a time. Thank you, Sam.
This game has narrative issues in that everything feels really short-sighted and kind of like very loose in its message.
A gun won't help you here,
Yeah, I figured that out twice.
but it still has a role to play. It was the bonds between people that brought the world together.
The gun was?
And if that is what matters most to you, then I will stay here on this beach. And I will shut myself in and the rest of you out.
Shut yourself in. Come on.
Once the last stranding starts, it can't be stopped. I can't go with you. All I can do is try to spare you the worst.
Why do you have to stay on the beach?
Sam, I am the beach. And I must stay here and ensure that the extinction happens. Even if it takes tens or hundreds of thousands of years.
Alone?
That's what an EE does.
So you're like a
If I had just done my job, none of this would have happened.
so you're like a god of death, basically.
I couldn't take it anymore. I got so tired of waiting, and I figured that no one would blame me if I just got it all over with.
I don't. Humanity sucks.
That's what I did.
Sounds like hell.
Is that what the timefall represents?
And the others came together, connected.
Does it represent the fragility of human life by perspective of all of eternity to a death entity?
Before each of the Big Five, life rebelled. They fought back, evolved in order to survive. The extinction isn't just an ending.
Is it a new beginning?
It's an opportunity.
Yeah, close enough. I don't mean to, like, point this out, but, like, shit's getting real raw in the background over there, by the way.
To be the sacrifice. Then so be it.
You seem really bad at your job if you have incredible empathy for the creatures you're supposed to wipe out. Considering, as far as I can tell, you're not actually a human.
We will always be connected. Goodbye, Sam.
Is this entire game about building the structure points around the center so that when you cut it away, the entire system doesn't collapse? Is that where we're going with that? That was cool. Oh no, he's got the blue face like a dead person. And a repatriate baby. Or no, not repatriate, the other thing. The BB, baby. doll. Those are the things that are directly connected to her, though. Why are you dead now?
A gun won't help you here. But it still has a role to play.
Now do I get to shoot myself in the head? Make a decision and bring this to an end. Okay, that was done. Now what? Do I just stand here and wait for eternity now that I'm between dimensions? Man, if this is the afterlife, is real crummy. Okay, I have no physical control other than, like, the ability to walk. No inputs do anything. Okay, never mind. Those ones do. Guess I'm going this way. We're getting credits. I'm confused if this is the end of the game or not, because I heard there were still 2 more chapters after this. Time to finish this game the way it started. Yeah, I'm confused about what the game is, like, doing right now. I feel like I'm playing, like a performance art piece that just so happens to give me physical control of it. Is it going to turn out that I was dead all along? Is that where this is going? I mean, that's fine, I guess. I'm so confused right now. What was that? Did anybody else hear that? Like weird spooky noises for a second? I have no idea what the game wants from me right now. Oh, okay, that's it. Just... Did it just fucking teleport me back to where I was? Okay, no. This isn't where I was before, though. I was, like, way over there. I guess I'm going this way now. Alright. Green pastures or whatever. Oh, I'm losing control of the game again. Is this just purgatory?
Quiet, and I'll tell you. There is no time for questions.
Hellblade!
When you were young, you used to have bad dreams. You cried about them all the time. The truth is, those weren't your dreams. They were mine. For as long as I can remember, I've dreamt of the beach. Not just while sleeping, in my waking hours, too. In my dreams, I watched the world end so many times. Countless past extinctions that decimated life on this planet. Again and again and again. At first, I didn't understand what I was seeing or why. And that wasn't the worst of it. There were other, more terrible dreams. Dreams of death and destruction. Of a massive extinction to come.
Uh-huh.
Like this one. And I would always be the one to end it all. To bring about the last stranding. As I have today.
Oh, God. So, did you I'm confused now. I'm more confused. Explain anything. I'm getting that feeling in the back of my head that I'm getting frustrated about how... What the fuck?
The first operation. I was only 20.
Okay.
I opened my eyes and found myself on the beach.
Well, that's fine.
two worlds. Bridget, my Ha in that one. Amelie, my Ka in this. Somehow, the two of us managed to coexist.
So that's why the character of Mama exists with
Ages began to diverge.
the other one.
Amelie's body got older, while the beach kept Amelie's the same. So I came up with a story. I told people that Amelie was my daughter. A daughter with a debilitating condition and an absent father.
All right.
Look,
At what?
Amelie. Is French for soul.
Yeah.
A soul that's a lie. There was no Amelie. Only me and the beach. I thought it was a curse in the beginning. But later, I started thinking, maybe I can use this. I tried to find out more about the beach. Because understanding the beach had to be the key to interpreting my visions of the future.
So this is the thing about the gameplay breakup right now. We're getting exposition in a really broken up and unpleasant way. Does Die Hard Man know about any of this, by the way? What happened to all the rest of the stuff about, like, Mads Mikkelsen's character? Like, we know that he's the father of the BB Lou that we have, and Die Hard Man's related to that, but does he know that you're an extra-dimensional entity?
World of the dead, which meant that somewhere out beyond it were the memories of time itself, including those of every organism that had ever lived. 4.6 billion years of biological history, a history that might even stretch back to the creation of the universe.
Okay.
The chiral network and everything that followed was born from my pursuit of that knowledge. By passing data through the beach, we were unbound by the restrictions of time. Simulations that would have taken years or more were simple and effortless. Everything that the Earth had lost and forgotten could be reconstructed and reclaimed.
But that results in
But
time
shortly
fall.
after we began our research, America saw its first void.
Yeah.
I thought I was running out of time, that my nightmares were becoming a reality. So I raced to complete the chiral network as quickly as possible. The past held all the answers. If only I could find a way to piece them together. A network that bridged our world and the beach. That might do it, I believed. So I started researching bridge babies. Children bound to the world of the dead.
Okay.
What causes an extinction entity to come into being? What was the reason for the previous 5 mass extinctions? The answers to those questions would tell me how to stop the 6th.
Are you going to give us those answers now, or am I going to have to cut to it?
More determined than ever to build a chiral network that would cover all of America. But the longer I fought my war against the inevitable, the weaker I became. My Ha had cancer.
As does happen.
The beach's punishment, maybe, for not playing along like a good little EE. And then, just like that, my Ha was gone. I couldn't finish what I'd started. So, I asked you to do it for me. And you did. You helped us complete the network. Helped us to reclaim everything the universe experienced from its inception to this moment. Every mystery was ours to solve. Like this one. Once, there was an explosion.
Okay.
A big bang that gave birth to time and space. Thing is, it was more like a big fluke. All that matter and antimatter should have canceled itself out, leaving nothing. But somehow a tiny speck of matter survived. Just enough. Enough to make this world and everything in it. A world that shouldn't be, a world out of balance. Order inevitably gives way to chaos. Everything that lives must inevitably die.
That's true.
It's like The universe is trying to return us to the nothing we came from. Maybe the Big Five were its best attempts to finish us off.
How are you so sure that the sixth one will do it?
Somehow, life always managed to survive just enough.
Life finds a way.
Enough to thumb its nose at the will of the cosmos. You know, I'm starting to think that extinction might be the key to overcoming total annihilation.
What the hell are you talking about?
It forces life to fight to survive, to endure, to exist. That's why the Big Five ultimately rekindled life instead of extinguishing it. From the ashes of the dead rise the living. Stronger and wiser.
I disagree.
Inheritors of the legacy of existence itself. They defy the universe and refuse to surrender. They say, we're just getting started. Extinction is an opportunity.
Not exactly answering a ton of questions. So we did get the distinct difference of, like, what is that? Okay, I'm having a thought suddenly. Bear with me. If the Ka and the Ha exist independently of one another is something that that up to this point Amelie has exclusively thought was something that only she could do. And then we had Mama and her sister, whose name for some reason I just cannot remember right now. Lochna. The two of them are the same thing. It's two holes that are split in half. Are they also potentially an EE, like, candidate, if you want to call her that? The difference being that both ends ended up on the same side, or, like, what exactly? Like, that's the type, like, that is a weird parallel. It's not perfect, but it's interesting. I'm literally just not going to bother playing the game at this point. Like... So, Extinction Entity, 20 years old, trying to figure out what's going on, becomes president, goes into heavy research for BBs to try and understand the chiral network and things like that, founds it, makes BBs a thing, connects the terrorist systems to the bridge baby, like puppet dolls, basically, through herself. Mass extinction event happens, the Death Stranding, the fifth bang, as it were, or the fifth event, or whatever you want to call it, happens. So what the hell was the purpose of, like, trying to connect? I'm confused by that. Why did she try to connect everybody? If she's like, but I don't, like... Connect everyone so that I have the power to potentially wipe out all life on the planet. Also, maybe try to stop me. It's like, are you going against yourself? Is it like an EE compulsion that you have no control of? Or is it like a nihilistic viewpoint of like, well, there's no way we can stop it, so fuck it, I guess. Because if you're a nihilist about it and you don't want, and you think that, you know what, fuck it, there's nothing that we can do anyway, then, like... Because the connection of the chiral network only improved the strength of the... What do you call it?
I pulled the trigger twice that day.
Oh, that's a dead baby.
Once I'd made a mistake. I found your beach and looked everywhere for you. Sam. There you are.
Oh, that's that flashback we had earlier. What's with the squishy noises? It can't be something like repatriates are people who were born like BBs. Because BBs didn't exist until, I would imagine...
I wanted to set you free from death once and for all. It's okay.
Because BBs didn't exist until until Sam Bridges was an adult. Because that's when the 5th Death Stranding happened.
But in doing so, I upset the fundamental balance between life and death.
Uh-huh.
I just wanted to save you. I am an extinction entity. It's my fate to lead our species to extinction.
Why, though?
You became part of that fate. You became a repatriate, and dooms started spreading my nightmares to others throughout the world. It was me that got you and everyone with dooms into this. Not long after, the Death Stranding occurred. The dead clung to our world, and BTs used my beach to cross over and devour them, triggering more void outs. A catalyst that would set the world on a path to extinction. It was my duty to serve as a sacrifice, to wait and watch it unfold from this beach.
Is this like divine knowledge, or is it just like your best guess?
And end this slow death. Given these, my only options, I chose to end it quickly. But to trigger the last stranding, I needed you, a part of me. Here too. I would be able to witness extinction consummated with you by my side. But now that you're here, there's another choice. You can cut me off. An EE doesn't have that option for itself. But in my nightmares, I saw another future. One that you chose. One where extinction is hope against total annihilation.
So are we gonna see that, or like, are you gonna awkwardly make me run around in circles for another, like, fucking the credits? Are you? Oh no. So now that we're at this part of the game where it's basically over, I'm getting that, like, that real uncomfortable feeling in my gut where, like, I saw people reviewing this and they were like, I'm so pissed. And I was like, well, that seems weird and wrong. Why would you be mad? And now I'm at the what I guess is the end of the game, and I'm like, I can see why people are kind of mad. Because, like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. We've been given no answers, and now I have to awkwardly make sure there's no sound for this part. Oh, God. Is part 14 going to be the ending, and then 15 is going to be epilogue where you just run around and can just do whatever in your free time? Because that's not what I was expecting. Or is it going to be MGS4 where you get all the way to the end of the credits and it's just like, wait a minute, that guy's not in the game, and then someone else, and then the game just loads back in. It's like, nah, you're not done. So, like, what's the future then? Because right now we're just dead. We're just in purgatory, effectively. We're walking around in the afterlife, and it doesn't mean anything, and we have no answers for what the hell's going on. We know that an extinction entity is something that connects the beaches to everything on the planet, which is, you know, fine, life and death and whatever. But, like, why? Is it a conscious decision that she has to make, or is it, like, a subconscious thing that she has no control over, and it's just gonna happen no matter what? Because if it's a subconscious thing that she has no control over, well, then that sucks. Shouldn't she get in the robot? But, like, special appearances, Conan O'Brien, Edgar Wright, Chef Keighley, Jordan Von Roberts. Oh, man. I'm sorry I didn't say all the names. You got, like, I feel like this game was either too ambitious or needed more time to, like, figure out how to end, because it just kind of stopped. I thought I'd have at least 2 more episodes of this, but I guess it's over. I guess we'll see. I'll give it a little bit longer, but... what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut or fast forward through this part, and then cut back in if and when something happens, whether that is we return to the title screen or a cinematic plays, but you guys will see me again in just a second. Okay, the credits have stopped, and I looked up what to do, and I have an idea. I think. Because it does not stop here, there is a little bit more. If I could just figure out how to do it. Oh, wait. There we go. Maybe. Yeah, there we go.
A gun won't help you here. But it still has a role to play.
I actually Googled, dude, what's the ending of Death Stranding? I did my favorite thing ever, which is Google your exact bots. Seems rough. Can you imagine if someone was just like, alright, fuck this, and didn't do the last chunk and was like, what the fuck?
I brought you and Cliff together again. There was something I wanted you to know. You were never abandoned. And you're not alone. Don't you see, Sam? You have to live.
So I'm going to break down a little bit. I'm on, hold on, what's the name? What's the website I'm on right now? I'm on Games Radar for this, by the way. And it's like, the breakdown it basically gives is that the EE is like, the spiritual end of it is not a, is not human, but the human side obviously is. The big difference being that oh, it's the dudes. It's the stuff from the trailer that I completely forgot existed. The weird floating figures who are the coolest dudes ever, maybe. Except probably not, because I'm getting frustrated with this game. Also, yes, this is purgatory. Anyway, in oh. Yeah, but what is that though? Like, who are those figures? What the fuck? See, this part's cool. Now this part I feel is cool, but everything preceding this was really frustrating. But basically, the EE is like a non-human entity that exists outside of like in the spirit world, basically. And it was Amelie's choice, like, or not Amelie, but Bridget's choice of like, I'm gonna figure out what the fuck my deal is and fix, and basically like try to save humanity because it's the right thing to do as opposed to just being an omen of death and trying to wipe out humanity. The whole story appears to just be a big analog for the indomitable human spirit and being connected to other, obviously yes, being connected, but The Death Stranding was the friends we made along the way, basically. I feel like this game has some direction problems. Call it a hunch. Is it time to repatriate? Yep. There it is. Let's get on in there. Fucking what? Come on. I don't know how I feel about this fucking video game right now. Like, I usually am someone who's super into Kojima stuff, and I imagine most folks are. And for the most part, I've had no real problems with this game. Other than, like, the story being so sparse and inconsistent in its narrative, like, structure. But now I'm just like, I have like a bad taste in my mouth, and it's not because I was drinking coffee during this.
For too long have we lived as strangers to one another, divided by walls built to keep us safe. But now, with the completion of the chiral network,
are you wearing the
we
fucking...
may at last move forward as a people united. Today, we come together to celebrate the birth of a new nation. A new nation for a new world. The United Cities of America. I once took an oath to support and defend the Constitution of the United States. And though that proud republic may be no more, we remain. And so, as your president, I hereby swear to support and defend you, the people. Let there be no more walls between us, nor masks to hide who we are.
Speaking of. Alright, just making sure.
Let there be a new America. An America where we can face one another. Where we can speak our minds and open our hearts. The old ways die hard. But I believe, my fellow Americans, that we have the strength and the courage to rise above our past and embrace our future. The Death Stranding is a part of that. An enduring shadow. A constant reminder of what could have been. That we stand here today is testament, not to the greatness of any one individual, but to our capacity to come together. To the bonds between us. To our collective greatness. All things must come to an end. Ourselves included. But as long as we savor each moment, find joy in the promise of tomorrow, embrace hope, and reject despair, we will endure. President Bridget Strand and her daughter, Samantha America Strand, sacrificed everything in their pursuit of hope that we, the people, might be whole again. That they are not here today to see the fruits of their labor fills us all with a profound sadness. But we find comfort in the knowledge that their memories will live on in the chiral network and in our hearts. we will always remain connected. There's another hero in this story. One whose achievements seem destined to go unrecognized. America still needs that hero. That person without whom we would not be here. Now, the name is unimportant, but you know who I mean. And for that unsung hero, I have a message.
Is he gonna give us a like?
It was you who brought us together. You who made us whole again. And while you and I will eventually pass on, we will be...
Going somewhere, Sam? Tired of being the unsung hero?
No, I'm done is all. She's gone.
Come on, wait. There's something I need to tell you. Huh. This doesn't bother you anymore? Well, that's great. Now, wouldn't you like to know how we brought you back from the beach?
Honestly,
We were going to use the doll, but didn't have one handy, which is when I remembered something else.
Not what I think it is.
Yes. What could be more connected to Amelie's beach than President Strand's umbilical cord? Hartman thought that's why she left it with me in the first place. Unfortunately...
It didn't work.
Yeah, she'd already cut her beach loose. It was just gone. We didn't know if that meant she dragged you into the great beyond or sent you to some other beach. We were really racking our brains. Hartman and Mama split up and started searching every beach you might feasibly have washed up on. We looked for a month with absolutely nothing to show for it.
A month on the outside. How long on the inside?
Trust me when I tell you, you don't want to know. But don't worry. We found no signs of accelerated aging. In the end, this is what led us to you. Just when we were about to give up, Die Hardman reminded us about the revolver. So, we tried to follow it, and it led us to a far corner of your own beach. And bingo, there you were. Mama made visual contact first. She was able to see you from her vantage point on the other side. She informed Lochna via their connection, and Hartman confirmed your location during his subsequent NDE. The plan was for Fragile to, in essence, slingshot Lou and me to your position so we could rescue you. But it's not so easy to send multiple individuals to another person's beach for an extended period of time. And that's where the umbilical cord came in. We wove these from President Strand's DNA. They serve as a single knot that binds us all. The President must have known all of this would happen. Ironic, isn't it? The gun that set this whole mess in motion ends up being the key to saving you.
Amelie, she said it had another purpose.
Not a weapon, but a lifeline. A stick that became a rope. I suppose that's one way of putting it. Oh, Sam. You have no idea how long I've been waiting to give you a hug. Got something else to tell you. Top secret. It's about Cliff. BB's mother's name was Lisa Bridges, Cliff's common-law wife.
What?
Now, Cliff was killed by a man identified in the records only as John. Former U.S. Special Forces.
That's Die Hard, man.
Quite good at it by all accounts. Later appointed as an aide to the president, who used him for most of her wet work. The records go on to state that he vanished after Cliff's death. A warrant was put out, but he was later found dead.
That's Die Hard, man, though.
Turns out some people die harder than others, though. Dear John donned a mask and reappeared with a new identity. But you can't fool the chiral network. We restored the old records, and Mama hid them deep in the archives. You're the only one, besides us, with access privileges. Take a look if you're so inclined. But don't say I didn't warn you. The president's got some dirty, dirty laundry.
Wait, which one? Strand or... No, whatever.
I don't trust him. But I'll work with him if that's what it takes. We'll talk later.
Well, if it's for the preservation of literally the entire human race, I think you might have to.
Sam.
Why'd that spooky bass line just come
I
in?
don't expect you to forgive me. But would you hear me out? I killed Captain Clifford Unger.
Yeah.
I would tell you I did it for America. For love of country. But I didn't. I did it for her. Because I loved her with all my heart. She was everything to me. Everything. Now, I'm not trying to make excuses. I just want you to know that not a day's gone by when I haven't thought about it. Time didn't help. Or the mask. Please, let me finish. The captain, saved my life. You know why they call me Die Hardman. Because he wouldn't let me die. He brought my sorry ass back home every time. And I loved him as much as I loved her.
That's a good performance.
When he stared me down, that ghost, I knew he was here to kill me, to make it right. And why shouldn't he? Why didn't he? He couldn't save his kid, his baby. And that's what brought him back. I guess when he saw I was trying to do my part for America, he remembered who he was. And he forgave me. God! But I don't deserve it, God damn it! There is no atoning for what I've done.
Oh, they got the nose runs in there. Ugh.
God! But maybe this is the next best thing. Maybe he brought me back from the beach for a reason. One last time. He wanted me to do this. To keep on being Die Hardman.
No. He didn't. Nobody wants a president who acts like they're immortal. And if you're not scared of death, how can you value life? And life is pretty fucking fragile right now. And yeah, the old ways die hard. But that's what's gonna have to happen if we're gonna come together and build a better America. That gun won't help you here. That's her words, not mine.
Jeez.
Thank you, Sam.
Hey, Sam. Been waiting for you.
There's a
Lou?
scene we still haven't seen from the trailers that I'm like really weirded out by.
Dead?
Poor thing was never truly alive. Not in this world, at least. The decommissioning order finally came through. Can't risk necrosis. The body can't stay here. I thought you might want to take care of it. You could try taking Lou out of the pod just to see what happens. But that would be in direct contravention of an executive order.
So what? Who's gonna know?
And there are laws about that kind of thing, now that we're a nation. I just couldn't bring myself to do it. But if the alternative is defying the president, I can't do that either. Not me.
All right. I'll go to the incinerator.
Before you leave, I'd like to check something quickly. I just took your cufflinks offline. In that state, there'd be nothing to stop you from removing them. If you did, the UCA wouldn't know where you were or how to find you. You'd be invisible. When you use the incinerator, you'll be reconnected to the network automatically. I trust you'll remember what I said.
Right, absolutely.
I still can't bring myself to give a shit, though. Oh, is he gonna make the big play? And he's gonna touch someone voluntarily to show character growth and shit.
Thanks for everything.
Somebody's got some new digs.
Don't think you'll be needing an umbrella. I decided to follow my father's dream after all. Don't worry, I won't get mixed up with any terrorists this time. UCA's got my back. We're the first private delivery company to get the official approval.
Sounds like you're moving up in the world. Congratulations.
Thanks. Wait, there's something I have to tell you. I didn't shoot Higgs. Couldn't pull the trigger.
I heard shots, but we didn't see a body or you do it, so.
So I let him choose. Death or eternal solitude on the beach.
You never did like breaking things.
That's right. I find and fix what's broken. And reconnect. I'm fragile.
But not that fragile.
Ha ha ha.
Wanna come work for me? Could use a man like you.
The world's still broken. Same as before.
What isn't? But we're still here. We're still chugging along.
Not everyone. Not me.
Come on. You put America back together, didn't you?
Doesn't mean there's a place for me. I've got no ties to anyone or anything. I might as well be dead. I felt like that when we first met in the cave. I still do.
Do you?
You're the same person. You've learned how to touch, to feel. You've connected with people. With us.
Everything I touch, I lose.
A sentiment that I don't like, but have no choice but to agree with.
Sam!
Oh. Is that's just like part of life, man. That's the beauty of life, is knowing that that it is finite. That's like the whole purpose.
Come on, Lou. One last delivery.
Oh, the music. This episode's gonna be extra long, because I'm just gonna beat it now. Let's do this! I wonder, can I just go back in? Damn. Weapon usage restricted. I mean, I'm not surprised. I literally don't even have a backpack, so there's nothing to hold. Oh, we're right back where we started. Hey, it's the intro song. So that whole last chapter, I did not like. It was frustrating and narratively, like constricted and just annoying. But everything after we got back from the beach, I loved. I can leave this music in, I'm pretty sure, and nobody's gonna, like, come sue me or, like, blow up my YouTube channel or whatever. What are they gonna do, demonetize me? But that whole chunk of dealing with Amelie out on the beach and it being a whole big thing of, like, oh yeah, I'm an extra-dimensional entity that's directly connected to the death of all life on the planet. Oh, that was so cool! I got to walk through my very first marker. That was awesome. Oh, that was awesome. See, this is what now that the game has given me control back and is like really letting it like have an emotional moment of brevity and stuff, it feels good again. But all that stuff about being out on the beach and being vague and not really having a way to secure what it's trying to say, that was annoying and unpleasant and really, really like just grating. But now we're at the end of the game and I've got gameplay and the story had some resolution and stuff, and I feel better about it. That whole chapter still shouldn't have happened like that. There were massive problems with, like, what's the term? With pacing and just with, like, design elements for gameplay, because you basically don't play the whole time. I just picked up the controller for the first time in, like, 40 minutes or something. Come on. Come on. But now that, like, it feels like there's some type of closure and we've talked to characters and had development with humans and stuff like that, it feels like it, I don't know, meant something. I don't know, all that stuff that was like, I talked about it before, the problem that we were running into, that was like, it feels like it wants to have that Final Fantasy 13 problem, which is not a problem you want to have, which is there's a lot of lore and interesting stuff to talk about, but it's handled in the most awkward and like unpleasant way imaginable, where it goes, oh, hey, yeah, like we have like really cool ideas and characters and all these really fun things. Also, you have to access it through like notes and like really weird like story stuff that doesn't have good pacing. This game would have, I think, benefited immensely. Excuse me. If it had, instead of going through the whole process of, oh wow, running through this whole issue of, we have all this cool stuff we want to talk about, but no way to talk about it like really, really well. Igor, you get all the likes that I have left in my body. Have 371 likes on your rope. We have to give all the rope likes we can. I should have liked the ladders too. Oh well. I feel like this game has so much potential, and it just fumbles it in the most, like, not amateurish way, but it runs into that problem of, like, I'll use the Warcraft movie as an example. There's all this stuff that you can pull from and all these interesting concepts, but because it's so dense, there's no way to talk about all of it, and as a result, you end up with a really muddled and confusing and difficult, like, a really difficult thing of just like, how do we say all these things? Oh, we can't? Well, the story becomes really confusing and awkward because there's no way to talk about the things we want to talk about without either taking way too long or...
You still with me, though?
running into, like, pacing issues.
Was never truly alive. Not in this world, at least.
There's no way that the thing I just thought is what I think.
Thanks for everything.
Special. One of a kind.
A BB candidate.
Either that, or...
A sacrifice.
a foundation. A bridge.
Where is this location physically?
Mankind can go anywhere, even outer space. You'll be out of there in no time. And the second all this is over, I'm gonna take you wherever you want to go. Can I help you? Holy shit. John, is that you?
Captain, what are you doing here?
My wife's checked in. They don't want a repeat of last year.
The Void Out in Manhattan. I'm so sorry. I didn't know you were the husband.
This isn't what we agreed on. You said you'd do everything in your power to save BB.
We are. But we cannot release your son just yet. Believe me when I tell you it's for the best.
Says the woman in the mask who's done nothing but lie to me.
I have a duty to protect our country. Lies are an unfortunate necessity.
The President gave me the highest level access privileges. I've used them to manipulate the security system.
Uh-huh.
We have 5 minutes before it resets, sir. 5 minutes to talk. Off the record.
I feel like this cutscene should have come somewhere else. So at least so far, anyway.
Take BB and get out of this place. There's nothing I can do for your wife. I'm sorry. You were my commanding officer, but I swore an oath to the President to protect her and the country at all costs. Now, if she orders me to do something, I have to do it. I have to. But I served under you first. And your family doesn't deserve this. Any of this.
Why are you helping me? If they catch you.
Because you saved my life, sir. Again and again. When the brass sent us into the jaws of hell, it was you that brought us home. Back then, I thought I was invincible. I thought I was some kind of action hero. But I'm not the hero. You are, sir. You're the reason I'm still alive. And it's past time I paid that debt. They're moving your son to a new facility tomorrow. You'll never see him again. He'll serve as the foundation of a new communications network. A sacrifice for a nation that no longer exists. I wrote down everything you need to know. It was the only way to keep it off the system. Burn it when you're done. The rest is up to you, sir.
So very much get out of here before shit gets real and you're totally boned and lose everything. Which, you know, fair enough.
I believe this belongs to you, sir. Now, I can't terminate your wife's life support from inside her room. System won't allow it.
That's...
So, this is the only other option.
What?
An alarm is set to go off if she flatlines. I've rigged the system to spoof her vitals. But you won't have long. 5 minutes, tops. Don't hesitate, sir. This is the only chance you'll get.
why wouldn't you be able to access the technology to flatline someone in their room? Life support's literally controlled in the... Isn't it? I suppose maybe it's because it's a medical facility for maintaining, like, a weird pseudoscience machine, so maybe, but, like, dude, what? You'd be willing to shoot your wife in the head and steal your own baby? Your comatose, brain-dead wife.
I'm sorry, Lisa. Don't worry. I'll take care of him. I promise you. I promise you.
Yeah, about that.
My animal, Lisa.
Why two? To be thorough, I guess, but like, eek. That's cool. The end of the little towel that he had wrapped around had been blown open and scorched slightly. But just slightly.
Bibi. Bibi. Bibi, can you hear me?
Hey, there's that scene that we saw before. I feel like these scenes should have been done differently. I know I said it before, but like, yeah, like, okay, and then it cuts back to, okay, there we go. I thought it was going to play back literally the entire thing that we had already seen. I was about to be like, motherfucker, what? But it's, no, that's fine. Deliver BB to incinerator. Nearly complete. I don't know how I feel about some of the stuff in this, and I don't mean like the weird, like, your wife's in a coma, we're gonna murder her or whatever, but in the sense of like, people constantly being like, look, I'm gonna go against authority and do like something based on the way that I feel about it, and it's gonna, you know, it's because of the thing that's morally not great. Make the delivery. Which, when you're when you're handing off a baby, is a really weird way to phrase that.
I just took your cufflinks offline. In that state, there'd be nothing to stop you from removing them.
Okay.
If you did, the UCA wouldn't know where you were or how to find you. You'd be invisible. When you use the incinerator, you'll be reconnected to the network automatically. You could try taking Lou out of the pod just to see what happens. But that would be in direct contravention of an executive order.
What you gonna do? Are you just gonna burn the cufflink too, dude? Alright. Or are we going to cut away awkwardly and then cut back to it and be like, oh. Oh, man. I hear fire. Yep.
A purpose that cannot fulfill outside the pod. There is a 70% risk of catastrophic failure simply in removing it.
Okay. Going back in, I guess. This is the longest recording I think I've ever done that wasn't just straight up a stream. the fuck? That's cool. I don't know what's going on. I'm not going to bother checking out what's going on over there, because we already... Yeah. Not that way. This way? No, it is the other way. If people are wondering, I'm literally doing this as fast as possible. What the fuck? What's with the thump-a-thumps? What are we doing? Okay, restricted elevators. Nope, not through there. Thumping against stuff, I guess. Hey, light determines direction. See, this is cool. I like this. Where it's like experimental and interesting. Light does not denote direction this time. Shit. I don't know what the weird thumping is about, though. Door open? No. Oh! That was weird. The camera went through the door for a second. Door? No. What the hell does it want me to do? Go to these guys? I'm assuming go to these guys. Hey, guys. Boom. Excuse me. What the hell does it want me to do? Nope. I don't know what the game wants right now, and it's kind of weird. God. I'm stuck on their heads. Supposed to hang out by Mads Mikkelsen or something? Is every thump the passage of time ever so slightly? No. Wait a minute. What the fuck just happened? Well, we know bits of this scene, but we've never seen all of it. Because we see him spattered with blood. I think we know he dies eventually because he comes back literally as a beach ghost. There we go.
Freeze! Hey, put it down! Drop it! Put it down!
Back off. Back off!
Get up! Don't do it!
I'll handle this. I'm sorry, Captain.
Don't! You got it! You two! Stay there! And hold your fire.
Well. This isn't going the way I expected it.
Thanks for trying, John.
Stop!
Step aside, sir, or we'll be forced to open fire.
It's a dead end. He's trapped. Security will take it from here.
That makes you look real suspicious, Chief. Just putting that out there. What the fuck? That is a survivable gunshot wound, but I am still not convinced that he somehow doesn't die in this room.
I'm sorry, Lisa. I screwed it up. I've ruined everything.
This room is off limits. No one goes in. But he's in there, sir. I saw him. You saw him wrong. Now check the other way. Go! Yes, sir.
No. Open it up. He's inside.
Uh-oh.
Move, dumbass.
BB. Don't worry. It's okay. I'll always be with you. See the sunset, the day is ending. Let that yawn out, there's no pretending. I will hold you and protect you. So let love warm you till the
Okay, I was like, there's no way that he's physically there. Yeesh.
When I found out I was gonna be a father, I was so scared. Scared of what it would mean. I had to be there for you and your mom, no matter what. I couldn't just go off and get myself killed anymore. couldn't leave you all alone. I couldn't.
Get off of him! Now!
I had it all wrong. All wrong. Being a father didn't make me scared. It made me brave. I'm sorry. Sorry it took me so long.
Captain, look at you.
Die Hard, man, you painted this in a way different, like, perspective.
Be yourself. Be free.
Oh my god.
Well.
Captain, I need you to hand it over.
Shoot him, John.
Let it go. Please.
Shoot him! I gave you an order. Shoot him!
You told me your name was Sam Porter.
What the fuck? I knew it was gonna happen.
But you're Sam Bridges. My son. My bridge to the future. Without you, I was just like any other Cliff. Dead end. No way forward.
What the fuck is going on?
Nothing but an obstacle. Looking on at the world people like you were trying to build. Dividing people was the only thing I was ever good at.
He looks just as confused as me. He's like, what the fuck is going on?
But not you, Sam. You bring people together. You're their bridge to the future. And mine. Come on, Sam. Stand up.
Is this me?
Not BB2.
Those are the two shots that you hear on the beach.
No!
So okay, so if we rewind back to when we were on the beach and she was like, there were 2 shots and then I saved you. That's the shot of us of the Sam character on the beach being brought over to his purgatory beach afterlife area. Ugh. And then Amelie in the afterlife is just like, oh shit, and pushes you back over. But then how the fuck? What's the timeline there? Yeah, and this is the part that we saw before from the other angle where we were like, fucking what?
Sam. There you are.
Yeesh. That's what that bullet wound, that's what that cesarean mark on his gut is that you see all the time when he's got his shirt off. Oh, yeah, that's so good. This game's still got a shitload of problems, though. How little is that doll? Okay.
You want to go home? Let's go home. It's okay. I know the way.
So how was he raised, though? How is he literally in 2 places at the same time? You can see the reflection of the cut on the belly there. At least I think that's what that is.
There you are. Welcome back.
You understand his days as a BB are over, now that his connection to the other side has been severed.
It was me who cut the cord. So yes.
A deathless repatriate in the world of the living. Should we decommission him?
In a manner of speaking. Take him out of the pod. I'll raise him as my own.
Okay, there we go. That ties back to that. But then how the fuck does the BB exist simultaneously in the present? I know that they said that the beaches connect things from the past and bring them to the present, but like, what does that do to like time? I know they've said that time is like weird and complex, and I asked that really specific question a little while ago of like,
Come on, Lou. Wake up.
what happens when...
Come on, Lou, wake up. Come on, Lou. Come on, Lou, wake up.
Unless I suppose those are our the memories of our character.
Wake up!
The characters of... Or the characters of the memories of Sam rather than the memories of the BB in question. Yeah, that's the connective bit that like is weird. Dude, you gotta do compressions too.
Lou.
What the hell is that? Oh, it's the... Ugh, what is going on up there with all the babies now? Is that all the other decommissioned BBs that were brought here? Oh god, the implications. Oh, there's so many. You better have that baby fucking wrapped up, dude. Otherwise, you're gonna get home and he's gonna have died of old age. Or is it not timefall and it's just regular rain? Also, they said don't worry about needing an umbrella, so I guess timefall's not a problem now? Okay. I think that's the real end now. I'm gonna quickly open my phone and look. 'Cause what the fuck? That feels like a real ending now as copyright music plays that I will now awkwardly either completely cut from or just get rid of. Let's go on down the thing. Yep, roll credits. Post-credit scene... Okay, so there is post-game stuff that happens as after the credits are done, but those post-game things are related to Higgs and Sam's wife. While this is rolling, unless we get the credit scene that I was reading about just now. Yeah, it's a post-credit scene, so I'll cut once I finish talking about this, I'll cut to it. You receive mail and stuff between okay, so the epilogue stuff you get is discussion talking about Higgs and how he wasn't always an evil nihilistic jackass. He suffered terrible nightmares courtesy of the Extinction entity known as Amelie, which is why he had dooms and felt so connected to the beach. He killed his dad to escape the shelter he was being held and that he was holding him in, and began working earnestly as a porter with Fragile to create a better America. At some point, he eventually realized that the two of them alone couldn't do it. Blah blah blah. I say blah blah blah, but cuts his ties. Fragile becomes terrorist. In Lucy's report, we learned that about Sam's wife, Lucy, who killed herself whilst pregnant by committing suicide, subsequently causing a void out. The child was 7 months long and had already been named Lou or Luis, depending on the sex. Sam was away at the time, and given he was a key member of Bridges, he resigned from the company due to the public pressure over the incident, as this was assumed that he had caused it. This is why he had to be forced back into the role at the start of the game by Amelie and Die Hardman. Lucy started out as Sam's therapist, trying to help him overcome his... I'm not going to try and pronounce it, but the thing where he's afraid of touching people. And his abandonment issues. At first, she didn't get it and insisted that his repatriation and that the beach weren't real. She later became the only person he opened up to and eventually fell in love with, which forced Lucy to resign from her post, given that's super not okay. As she got pregnant with Luis, she started to have terrible dooms nightmares about the end of the world, much to those suffered by the entity, Extinction entity, that is. Sam's blood being inside of her was the cause for this, told her the truth about the beach and the nightmares and that everything was real. Revelations were too much, she committed suicide, there we go. Okay, I will now cut to the end, and for the last cutscene of the game. I will be back in a moment. Okay, where were we?
Louise.
There we go. That's the game. So yeah, this was Death Stranding. I legitimately don't... Why are the French voice actors so far down on the list? That's weird. Just the other voice actors, I guess. It was a game. I have very mixed feelings about it. It had good bits and bad bits, and bits that were just generally confusing. Hey, let's look at our overall grade, shall we? Jesus, okay. Pieces of lost cargo picked up, 102. Total delivered, 62. Ooh, that's not a great ratio, but I'm okay with it. $191, Master Transporter. I will take that. Music unlocked. New features added to your private room. Memories of Cliff and changed color scheme. Now the last thing is that they put you basically in not New Game Plus mode, but in like post-game epilogue mode, where it's between the time of the cutscene at the end, like right before the whole like travel to the beach and whatever, and then coming back and going out with BB to the incinerator. I read it up online while it was at the in between there. Yeah, Death Stranding was all right. It wasn't a perfect game. Oh. Yeah, see, here we go. Is there a cutscene, or is it literally just... Yeah, okay, so it's literally just... If you want to literally go finish all the stuff, this is the time to do it. Which I'm not going to do, because... we've seen the story, and that was the big draw.
Good morning, Sam. Blood collection complete.
But I hope everybody had a good time on this LP. Whoa!
Well, look who's awake. Morning, Sam. You'll be happy to hear your vitals have stabilized, and that you're well on your way to recovery. Not that it's your fault, but what I wouldn't give to trade places. We're all stuck in the president's office, working like dogs to get everything ready in time for the inauguration. But at least one of us is still free as a bird.
Oh, the timeline
You
must
should head out. Make the most of it. Could even do some orders if you wanted. Might do you good to get back in the game. You may recall it was raining buckets back when you left for Amelie's Beach. We took a real beating at the time, but we've done our best to service the structures and vehicles in the area. So you know, any cargo that was stored in your private locker at a damaged facility should have been transferred to your private locker here at this distro center. Anyway, busy or not, we'll still be on the end of the line if you need us. And if you want some alone time, we should be able to manage for now. Just make sure you're back in time for the big day, all right? See you then. Hey, Sam, you sure you don't have any unfinished business?
Tons, actually. So yeah, that was Death Stranding. We're officially in the post-game, and everything is done. There was totally a thing from the trailer that I did not see in this game, and I don't know what. Holy shit! On the table. Oh my god! Look at that thing. Not that. I don't care about that. Look at this shit. Oh my god. But yeah, that was. I'm gonna get out of that menu because I don't want that fucking product on my screen. That was a hell of a game. It had a bunch of weird stuff in it and some stuff that really frustrated me narratively and in terms of like pacing and stuff, but it's not a bad game. I could totally get why people got pissed off about it though. I will see people in the next game. Chances are that's going to be Doom Eternal. So yeah, look forward to that. I will see people in the next one.